Right, welcome back to the Wilds. And of course, a part of the reason why we're here this morning is, of course, the relaunch of what our program offering is on SABC2. As you know, we started at 5:30 this morning as Morning Live, and that's going to be how it goes going forward. 5:30 every morning, and thanks so much for the messages that you've been sending. We really appreciate you getting up with us. And of course, SABC2 is also rejigging its lineup, and part of what you will see in this is, of course, 2 new dramas, and I am joined by some of the fantabulous cast members who will be taking us through what to expect, and these are 2 people who need no introduction here in South Africa, and I'm joined by Gail Mabalane and of course by Zane Meas. And thanks so much to both of you for coming through and joining us here in the wild. You've brought the sunshine and this is of course what we're hoping will happen tonight, and you know, going forward on SABC2 with the new dramas. But let's just talk about it. Firstly, you know, we've got Paradys and we've got Pimville. So let's start with Pimville, Gail, and just talk to us about Pimville. We know there's a township.
Yes.
In Soweto.
Yes.
Named Pimville.
Correct.
Is that what it's about?
That's what it's about. I mean, Pimville represents, I think, every township. So anyone who comes from a township is able to relate to this drama. It's set in Pimville, which is exciting. You know, I shoot at an actual police station because I get to play a detective, shoot at an actual police station in Soweto. It's set in Pimville, so a lot of our exterior stuff is done in Pimville. Really just, I think what I enjoy about it, I'm from a location, I'm from Kimberley, I'm from Galeshewe. So representing the township is really exciting to me, and I hope that, you know, viewers can really get to enjoy seeing themselves being portrayed on screen. And that's what it's about, right? It's about representation. It's about playing characters that people can watch and relate to. And I'm excited about Pimville, about the viewers catching Pimville, which starts tonight, by the way.
And of course, it's about that relatability. But how does it differ from other township dramas that we've already had sight of on our screens?
I think what I really look forward to taking the viewers on this journey along with us is Pimville is shot like a series. So where it's a telenovela, it moves extremely fast. So it's not this thing where something will happen today, someone, I don't know, stole something and you find out in 6 months' time who the thief was. It moves extremely quickly. So you have this, it feels like you're watching a 13-part series because it moves so quickly. So it's very fast-paced, and that's what I enjoy, and I think viewers are going to enjoy it. You have these dynamic characters that represents 2, we were speaking earlier about these 2 different worlds that collide. You know, I'm a very churchy girl in the show, so I go to church, but then I deal with this underworld, because I also deal with a lot of criminals that come to church, but then you have to figure out where exactly they fit into society. But I think Pimville also carries a lot of history just for the South African story, and to be part of that cast, that incredible cast that is represented is an incredible honor for me.
And the church girl, from you to the pastor there in Paradys.
Yes.
Zane, talk to us, you know, what is the essence of Paradys?
Paradys is set, like Pimville, it's set in a so-called colored brown Kamisa community, which hasn't been done on mainstream television for a long time, you know. We've had the sort of communal stories like Sevendelaan and all of that, but nothing exclusively set sort of in a colored township. So that's what that is about. So I'm excited that we're getting to show that slice of life. And then also I play this pastor who's the best friend of a pastor who oh, I'm going to give away the plot now if I say some more. Something happens. But it was an interesting thing because I was supposed to play that pastor, and then they said, no, Zane, this pastor exits the story fairly early in the story, and we want you a little longer. So I play another pastor who's the best friend of the guy. And so I'm really enjoying that. I'm also helping to build the character. I'm helping to build the world, you know. We all are as a cast. And it's just showing another side to what you think maybe a brown community would be like or about. It's also very much faith-based. As you can tell, I play a pastor and that kind of stuff. But it also shows just another side, just a different side. I don't want to give away too much, but different sides of what that community could be. And it's exciting to be showing people that and going, wait, you thought you knew us? Watch this.
You know, and I love that because, as you say, I've always said, for me, colored actors, whether you call them brown, camisa, whatever,
Yeah.
it was always as if they were squatting
Yes.
somewhere on
Yes.
someone else's storyline, and they would have this place there somewhere in the corner, and it's really off the beaten track to have a drama focused solely on this colored community.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the exciting part for me. And the stories we tell are very universal. When we read the script, we went, wait a minute, this story could be a black family, could be a white family, but we're bringing the juice. We're bringing that sort of, I want to say colored juice, and bring the gees. The Afrikaans word is gees.
Yeah.
We're bringing that gees. And so when you have a universal story that you have this injection of other type of culture, it just brings another dimension of storytelling. Like Gail said, it's also a telenovela. It moves at a pace. If you miss an episode, unlike soapies where they repeat 3-4 times for you to catch up, this one you gotta watch. You gotta watch telenovelas closely because they develop and evolve so quickly and so fast. And this one's exciting, and I haven't done anything like this. I've been in the industry almost 40 years. I haven't done something like what I'm doing on Paradys now. So that tells you alone. That should tell you just how exciting this is going to be.
You guys are doing a great job at selling this right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to tune in. But also, in terms of from what both of you are saying and where these dramas are set, it's also about holding a mirror up to the various communities.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think that's what I was saying earlier. I'm so excited about, we must remember we're playing real people.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing, but these are people that are represented in a community, represented in society, and we hope to hold up that mirror for people to see themselves and go, oh, that's me, and maybe I should change my ways, or maybe I can, because we do have an impact on society, just by the characters we play. But I think what I also enjoy about being on Pimville is SABC2 and SABC taking this bold step towards having a female lead on a show, which is something I think, in the past wasn't necessarily. We always used to be, the fillers and the cute, wife or the girlfriend. And now you have dynamic, strong characters that can be leads on a show and carry the show alongside this incredible cast. And that's really kudos to the SABC, for taking that stance and for believing in the female characters and in their stories, because these are real stories. These are real women. These are real superheroes.
But you know what? It makes sense. If you
Yeah.
look at the communities, most of the families are female-headed.
Exactly.
The females are central characters in our
1000%.
communities, and
Absolutely.
it's perhaps long overdue.
Long overdue.
But in holding up that mirror also, Zane, and this goes to both of you, is there a moment where something is perhaps written in the script where you think, we're not doing this?
There is. Obviously there is. Look, we got a great writing team, but there are very, very many times I phone and say, listen, Zane, about the pickle fish, how do you guys eat the pickle fish? How do you guys do this on a thing? So you got to give that cultural nuance,
Yeah.
And just to come back to Gail's point, 2 points that she made, the previous soapies used to be aspirational. They would take the viewers into another world and try to, generations or whatever, the Queen, all of those kind of things. This shows it warts and all. We want people to see themselves in it. And I like that. And I also like the fact that our show is also female-headed. Well, kind of the leads are female, And I think that is also, as you said, it's the mirror to society. I run an organization called the Fatherhood Foundation, where I call men back to being men, because women are doing too much. But we're just simply showing society the way it is. And I think that's the right thing to do. That is what will draw people to watching these shows once
Well,
they see themselves right there.
I tell you what, sold me.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you sold everybody who's watching this morning. Gail Mabalane, she's in Pimville, and of course Zane Meas is in Paradys, and some of the lead characters there. And
They start
it is
tonight?
going to be
Yes, Pimville
fascinating.
tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight at 9 p.m.
Yes.
Pimville starts on SABC2.
Yes. We start on the 23rd of February, 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now,
2 weeks from now,
23rd of February, tonight for Pimville. 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
And 7 p.m.
7 p.m. 9 p.m. tonight On the 23rd, 7
7
p.m.
p.m.
You're going to be
Paradys.
glued to SABC2, no doubt,
yeah.
because if this is anything to go by, it's going to be absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to leave it for now. Hope we've enticed you.